one, good evening or good morning, because I think it's around 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't have my watch on me. And I gave myself a haircut and I'm ready for bed. I'm in my pajamas right there. And I also have my retainer in, look, a retainer. I have one here and one here. And I'm going to use those retainers as a literal lesson and a life lesson. Because the literal lesson is whenever I see someone who has braces, I have to go talk to them. And I'll always go up to these people with braces and just say, hey, first I want to let you know you look amazing with your braces. Because everyone feels self-conscious a little bit. Second thing that I will tell these people with braces is, I want to tell you my story about my experience with braces, because I think it'll inspire you to always wear your retainers. And I'm going to tell you the real story first, and then I'll explain how that applies to your life, even if you don't wear braces and you don't have retainers. And I tell them that I had braces through I think it was 2 years in high school. High school is tough enough, but we have to wear braces too. It makes it even more difficult. But anyway, I had my braces, I think, sophomore year and junior year. And then the braces came off and my teeth were perfect and I had the retainer. And I went off to college and I was wearing the retainer all the time, because that's what you're supposed to do, even though it's super annoying and you get home at night and then you're in bed and you're super tired and then you realize, bummer, I forgot to put my retainer in my mouth. Good evening, Mr. Good Cat. Great to see you here. So for those of you just joining us, I'm explaining a literal story about wearing your retainer after you get braces. And then I'm also going to explain how that applies to your life, even if you don't have braces. So anyway, I went to college. I'm wearing the braces, the retainer all the time. And then something happened. I forget. I got home. I even went to military basic training with my retainers. Everything was good. Something happened. I don't remember what exactly, but I lost my retainer. And I just thought, I think I was maybe 24, 25, whatever, 26. Hey, Eddie, Jay Gabriel, Brazil. Jay Campbell, Judy Trope, Jay Gabriel, Skylar Likens. Great to see a whole bunch of new people here. I'm giving you a story that has a literal message and a metaphorical message for your life. What's up, Tony Hawks, Yummy Bacons, Christy Shell? I used to wear braces. And then I had my retainer all throughout college and throughout the military. And then I lost the retainer. And I stopped wearing it, thinking, my teeth are perfect now. We got 75 people here. That's the most people I've ever had on a live stream. I'm curious to see how many of you are going to stick around. I dare you to stick around in this live stream and not just stay here for 4 seconds and leave. Of course, you guys can like my live. You click the 3 dots in the top right corner, and it'll give you a menu. I'd love you to subscribe to my like. Hello, love from India. Love from Miami Beach, Florida. Satish Bunker, I am from the United States. Getting a lot of questions here, fast and furious. Lauren Schreier, hi. Tyler says, no, thank you. That's fine. I'm an equal opportunity YouTube live streamer. I can please some of you, I cannot please all of you. For those of you who I am pleasing, thank you for clicking like. Thank you for subscribing. Would love you to join, because you're going to learn some amazing, inspiring stuff, even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. Hello, everything guy. My dream car is the car that I have. It's a Jeep Wrangler, bright yellow, fantastic. What's up, A.M. Reagan and Hillman? Hello, Zayden and Grayson, Brandon, Coolsby. It's too many people. I can't say hi to everyone. Anyway, my point is, when I started law school in 2007, I had stopped wearing my retainer for 2 years. And I couldn't believe it. I went to look at the mirror one day. My teeth had gone back to the way they were in high school. It was unbelievable. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I spent all of this time in high school, in those very awkward emotional years when you're trying to fit in and be cool. I sacrificed 2 of those years to wear these braces, and then I stopped wearing the retainer because I lost it. And stupid me thought, I'm sure my body remembers my teeth are good. And what's up, Caleb? What's up, Monica? And this last turn says you didn't go to law school. That's interesting. So he knows my life better than me. That's crazy. For those of you who do believe me, I did go to law school, and I'm a member of the New York Bar, and I am currently a practicing attorney. But anyway, in law school, I realized, oh my gosh, my teeth have gone back to normal. So what did I do? I had to go back to an orthodontist, and I got braces again. Now, at that time, in 2007, there was something called Invisalign, and so I didn't have to get normal braces. They looked kind of like this. Clear, right? So guys, I'm 46 years old, and while I was brushing my teeth tonight, doing my flossing, I floss every single night. And by the way, my dentists always say you have the least amount of teeth problems of any of our clients. And they say, we can tell that you floss every night because you have no teeth problems. So if you want to save a lot of trouble at the dentist, just use dental floss every night. I'll look at some of your comments in a second. Kai got Invisalign, right? Nice. Ezekiel says, I'm not 46. It's so funny. Everything I say, you say it's not true. That's so funny, right? Well, anyway, I got the Invisalign. My teeth went back to normal. You see, I've got straight teeth now, again. And I have to wear these retainers again. And I've been wearing them constantly since 2007. So it's been 15 years. And so the first lesson is, and there's a real lesson for people who wear braces, and then there's a lesson for those of you who don't wear braces. It's a life lesson. First, let me put this back in my mouth. And I have one up here too. The lesson is, if any of you are wearing braces, or you have friends who wear braces, or your family wears braces, you tell them, you got to wear that retainer for the rest of your life. Just suck it up. You either get those permanent retainers, it's a metal bar that goes down there and up there, and maybe I'll look into getting that in the future, or you wear these like Invisalign retainers. Whatever you do, you just make sure that you find a permanent solution, whether a permanent retainer that you don't have to put in and out, or you wear these things every night for the rest of your life. And it's so crazy to think when I'm 80 years old, I'm still going to be wearing my retainer. So I told you that was a lesson first for the people who are actually wearing braces. I want to inspire you to never give up on the retainer. But for everybody else, here's the life lesson. We have the equivalent of braces and retainers in our daily lives. What is the equivalent of braces? It's all the effort we take to accomplish something in our lives. So we all get braces. We all do something. If you're in school, that's braces. If you go to college, those are braces. If you get your law license, those are braces. What's the retainer then? All right, so it's so annoying that I got to put all these people. Got a lot of. So am I a dentist or a lawyer? I'm a lawyer, not a dentist. I'm just a very good dental patient who always flosses every night and brushes his teeth twice a day, morning and night. The equivalent in your life of the retainer are all the things that you have to do to keep your hard work from falling apart. So, for example, I'm a lawyer. Those are my braces. The retainer is I have to make sure I keep studying the law. I have to keep doing my continuing legal education every year to stay a licensed attorney. You have the same thing. Maybe you have something in your life. Let's say you're a soccer player, or if you're in Europe, they call it football, but I'm an American and it's soccer. Hear me? So let's say you practice really hard to become a good soccer player. That's the braces of your life. You're creating this foundation. You're molding yourself into a good soccer player. What's the retainer? You have to keep practicing soccer all the time or you're going to lose your skills. You have to eat well so that you don't become fat and can't run anymore. You've got to constantly exercise your body, practice running, practice your drills. Those are the retainers. So I think this analogy makes sense. I hope it does. I'm going to look at some of these comments now and see what you guys have to say. So Meridius is asking, am I a lawyer or a retainer? A lawyer on retainer. That's the funniest comment that I've seen so far. Sometimes I'm a lawyer on retainer when people pay me a bunch of money and say, hey, I need you to be available. And I go, give me a retainer, $5,000, and I'm your man. Batu Nagvi is letting all of us know that he is leaving. Goodbye, Batul. See you next time. Yes, I play guitar. There's my guitar right there. So if you stick around and subscribe, I do live shows of my songs and cover songs. So I would love you to stick around for that. Ezekiel says, yay, America. Yeah. The New Days says, I've never gone to a dentist. That's a little crazy if you've never gone to a dentist. You're going to have big teeth problems soon, and you're going to be in lots of pain with lots of cavities. I don't want that. Lots of gum disease. Meridia says, I need to go to the dentist soon. Thumbs up to you. The truth is, I do too. I think the last time I went was about 8 months ago, and you're supposed to go every 6 months. So thank you for reminding me. I am going to go to the dentist soon. Lauren asks if I play guitar 3 times. You can tell he's a lawyer. His persuasive abilities are superb. What's up, iPad warrior? Wait, what is an iPad warrior? Is that somebody who uses the iPad to swipe people and hit them over the head? Or do you use that iPad to do your work? I'm very curious. Our tower is saying stop genocide. Hey, there's nothing I can do to stop genocide. Just saying it out loud is going to do nothing to stop genocide. And so, anyway, just letting you know. And the New Day says, no, I don't want to wear retainers. So if you were wearing braces now, there are only 2 solutions. When you're done, you can get the permanent retainer. I don't like that because it puts a permanent bar, like a metal piece, on the inside of your teeth, all the way on the inside. And you know how terrible it is when you have braces? Food gets caught everywhere. Well, I've talked to people who've had that metal bar retainer, and food gets caught there. So imagine for the rest of your life, food is getting caught in there. It's very difficult to floss your teeth when you have that metal bar because you can't thread the dental floss through your teeth anymore because you got a metal bar that's preventing entry. So my recommendation is get these Invisalign type of retainers. Let me look at some more of these comments. Happy birthday, English or Spanish. So let me moderate this guy out of here. Okay, that person is gone. And Lauren, you're wearing your retainers right now. What kind do you wear? The original one I had was the one that was really smelly, and it had that thing that went up under your tongue, and it had a metal bar here. It was horrible. I like these ones much better. So this is my retainer. And it's funny, I actually talk differently when I have it on. I have kind of a lisp when I have these things in my mouth. Hello, my name is Monroe. You might not be able to hear the difference, but I can hear it in my ears. Someone keeps saying English or Spanish, and these people bother me so much. Put that person in a timeout. And Ezekiel, do you have your retainers in right now? I'm really curious about that. So I think we've got 2 people who have their retainers. So Machinist says, this happened to my dad. What would you do if you paid a mechanic $10,000 to do an engine swap? And the mechanic did no work and did not order any parts. That would be very frustrating indeed, Machinist. If you paid a mechanic $10,000 to do an engine swap and they did no work. I'm a lawyer, so maybe I would sue them. But before you sue people, you usually want to try to negotiate with them and see if you can avoid a lawsuit. Filing a lawsuit is never fun. It's emotionally draining. It takes a long time, and many times you don't get the result that you want. So anytime you can avoid a lawsuit, that's my number one advice to anyone as an attorney. Just because somebody wronged you does not mean you need to get retribution. Just because you were right does not mean you have to prove that you were right. Sometimes it's better to lose money and keep your sanity. And I'm a lawyer, and many times I don't file lawsuits, and I just say, you know what? I'm an idiot. I screwed up. I did business with a really bad person. They stole my money, and I'm just going to move on with my life and focus on the future, not on trying to live in the past. And that's what lawsuits are. You're living in the past, and you're trying to right some wrong, and sometimes it's just not worth it. Again, there's an expression, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Most lawyers will not tell you this because they want your money. And they will say, yeah, I think we should sue them. Give me $15,000 a retainer. Let's go. I'm going to kick their ass. I'm not like that attorney. I am good. If you want me to kick someone's ass legally, I'm probably someone you can consider. But I'm also the guy who's going to say, are you sure you really want to do this? Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? And honestly, sometimes being happy means not going after money that you lost. I am not telling you not to file a lawsuit, machinist, but I am telling you to think twice and think about all of you file a lawsuit could take years. Not so fun. I like to be unencumbered legally. I don't like to be involved in lawsuits, and I'm a lawyer. Ezekiel, I have a permanent one on bottom and a clear on top like yours. So Ezekiel, I want to ask you, does the food get caught in your bottom retainer, like my friend said? And do you have problems doing flossing? Because if you don't floss your teeth, you're going to have gum problems. And the truth is, most people do not floss their teeth, despite every dentist telling you to do it. And every time you go to a dentist, they give you toothbrush, toothpaste, and a thing of dental floss. Everyone takes the toothpaste, they take the toothbrush, and they throw the dental floss away. I kid you not, I use dental floss every single night. And I'm so good at it. Oh, let me show you what I use to make it super easy. We're going to my bathroom. All right? Look at this thing. It's a dental floss toothbrush. You know how easy this is? I just go dunk, 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 dunk. I am done flossing in about 30 seconds. You try to use the string, it's going to take you 5 minutes to finish the flossing. So get that dental floss toothbrush. Lauren only has a top retainer. So are your bottom teeth perfect? Why don't you have on top and bottom, Lauren? I'm curious. Mr. Goodcat says, don't make me start moderating. Be good. Hey, where were you, Mr. Goodcat? I had to do all the moderating. I was the one timing out everybody. Oh, wait, Mr. Goodcat, are you not a moderator here? I'm adding you. Mr. Goodcat is now a standard moderator. I thought you were a moderator all the time. So welcome to the group. Ezekiel Sandifer, amen to retainers. Amen, ladies and gentlemen. I wear my retainer every night. Hallelujah. Let me hear it. Right? There's a message for review. Okay. You are a doctor. So Jace or Jaze, I have a PhD in psychology. It's a research PhD. It's not a clinical PhD, but technically, yes, I am a doctor because I have a Doctor of Philosophy degree. Technically, I have a Juris Doctor degree too, but Juris Doctor, people don't put doctor. But I have a PhD in psychology, and so that's really where I get a lot of my perspective from and a lot of my motivation when I'm working with people on YouTube, when I'm giving you my live streams. It's come this psychological perspective as well. I know flossing is annoying. I know wearing your retainer is so annoying. You gotta do it, or you're gonna lose all of the foundation that you created. Again, I'm telling you about this even if you don't have retainers and braces. Anything you work hard for, you've got to keep working hard for it or you're gonna lose it. if you've got a six-pack, if you don't keep doing sit-ups with me when we do our fitness things on this channel and the break diving channel, you're going to become a fatty patty. I don't want you to become a fatty patty. I want you to keep that six-pack, right? And that takes a lot of work. It means wearing your fitness retainer. Or if you learned Russian and now you speak Russian really well, if you stop practicing Russian, you stop reading Russian books, you stop reading Russian newspapers, you're going to lose it. That's the equivalent of not wearing your retainer. You need to wear your Russian retainer all the time. Ezekiel, it looks like a good tool. Ezekiel, I hated flossing until I found that flossing brush. It's the coolest thing ever. There's one tooth right here. For some reason, those two teeth are so close together that if I put that flossing brush in there, it gets stuck. And because I can't pull it out, and then if I pull it down, it breaks the floss. So what I always do is I have regular dental floss, and I have to do that right between these two teeth. But every other tooth, I can use that dental floss brush, which is amazing. Lauren, since you're a lawyer, do you help criminals get out of trouble, or you're a different kind of lawyer? So I basically am every type of lawyer. I've done so much as a lawyer. I have been a public defender. I defended accused criminals of felonies for 2 years in New York as a public defender in Westchester County. I have been a business and contracts attorney. I have been and still am an entertainment attorney. I help people with their film contracts and copyright issues and negotiations with their agents and things like that. And for a year, I worked as an immigration attorney. So I have a pretty good understanding of a lot of aspects of the law. Lauren says there's only something wrong with my top teeth. Well, now there's nothing wrong with your top teeth, right? Because didn't you say you're wearing a retainer now? If you're wearing a retainer, it should mean that your teeth are perfect, right? And you're wearing the retainer to keep it that way. What's up, Ellis? Great to have you in the house. Thank you, Mr. Goodcat, for moderating a bit. And MGN Mover Gamer News. What's up, my friend? Why do I always forget your real name? Every time we're talking on YouTube, I forget your name. By the way, MGM, I want to come to New York this summer and go to Playland. And I still want to know, do you want to go to Playland? What? Do you want to go to Playland with me this summer? And so we can do that video about Playland. I think that would be a great video. And we can put it on each of our channels and get some views. Babotronic is on the toilet right now. That's wonderful. I'm very proud of you for trying to do a proper bowel movement, because proper bowel movements keep us all healthy. Proper bowel movements are the bathroom equivalent of flossing every night. Keeps the whole system running smoothly. So, hope everything's going smoothly for you there. Ezekiel, good for you. Goldbergenstein, that's hilarious. We got a Goldberg here, and we got a Bergenstein here. Put them together, you got Goldbergenstein. What's up, RoMann's up? That's right, my name is Monroe Mann. My nickname is RoMann. And you are part of the RoMann Empire right now. Hope you're enjoying it. Okay, Babotronic is starting to get a little weird, talking about poop. So we don't want to hear that. Putting you in the timeout for 1 minute. Guys, I don't care if you talk about things about the human body, if it's if you're doing it for legitimate reasons, but no one wants to hear about how big your poop is. All right? You can keep that to yourself. Yes, exactly, Ezekiel. Too much information. I will say, from a scientific perspective, I'm glad his bowel movement was successful. And we can all give him a round of applause for that. But no need to know how long it is. Number 7S says, dude, you're perfect to be on a commercial. Thank you. I really think so, too. We're going to do a commercial for this calculator here. Hey, everybody. Are you having trouble doing your math in your head? Well, I want you to buy this brand new solar calculator by the great Japanese company known as Casio. It does everything you need to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. And it even has a square root key for no additional price. And for a limited time, if you buy one calculator, I'll give you one container of dental floss absolutely free. But call now, we got limited supplies. What do you think? Do you guys want to buy this calculator from me? Machinist says, I understand about the lawsuit option. What about consumer protection laws? Will the justice system do anything? My dad filed a police report. Nothing has happened yet. Yeah, there could. The consumer protection laws are different in every single state, so I don't know what they are in your state. Also, consumer protection laws in many times are usually from buying from a store type of thing. That there's an implied merchantability and stuff like that. However, it is worth considering because there's a lawsuit. A lawsuit could potentially work in your situation because it could be breach of contract. It could be false advertising. If the person took $10,000 and didn't do what he or she said he was going to do, then it's basically just fraud and theft of money. I mean, if you file a lawsuit, you could absolutely come up with many different causes of action. Sometimes just filing the lawsuit is enough to scare the person to start talking to you. Sometimes they just treat you like crap and ignore you until you file the lawsuit, and then suddenly they get scared and go, "Oh my gosh, this guy means business. He got a lawyer, and this lawyer, she's a lion, and she's coming after us." And then suddenly they want to negotiate and go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean blah, blah, blah." And then things happen. I'd say here's another legal tip for you guys. There are two types of courts where you can file lawsuits: small claims court and then the civil court. Every state has different small claim court upper limits. So I haven't checked in New York recently because I've been living in Florida for 3 years. But let's just say in New York, the upper limit for small claims is $7,000, for example. That means you don't have to file a big civil case, which involves an attorney, if it's less than $7,000 that you're trying to recover. You can file it yourself at the local court in the place where the defendant lives. That's usually the requirement for a small claims case. If it's more than that, you have to file a civil case. So, machinist, I would look on ChatGPT or Google. Don't trust ChatGPT or Google. Get lots of valid information from different places and find out what is the small claims limit for Michigan, for example. You may find out that it's $12,000, which means, you can file this small claims case in small claims courts. So much easier, don't need a lawyer, and it'll still get them to start talking to you. And Ellis, Daniel, hi. Lauren Schreier, yeah. Crystal Lynn, Dawn, Day Chief. Any Drumheller fans in the house? I'm not a Drumheller fan. I don't even know what a Drumheller is. But I will still give you a woo woo. Perfect commercial, says 7S. Hey, if you guys want me to give another commercial, come up with a fake product right now or any product, and I will give you a commercial, an improvisational commercial. That's a great idea for future videos. I'll do a live stream on improvisational commercials. So give me a fake product, and I will sell it for you right now. Ezekiel and Lauren are laughing about something. I'm not sure what. The stream is so delayed. What do you mean by the stream is delayed? Can you explain that? Yes, you would buy it. Thank you. Hey, Mr. McFly, Mr. Fly. Nah, he just tries to make the time to respond to everyone he can. Oh, yeah. So I can't respond to everybody in real time because sometimes I just start talking. And when I start talking and I get on a roll, I keep going. If you want me to do a fake commercial, give me a product in the chat and I will do that. In the meantime, I will go back to the main topic, which is you got to wear your retainer. So again, whether I'm talking about the real retainer, if you, I answer them 5 minutes after you send them because my number one mission is not to respond to people in the chat. That's part of it. The main mission is to give a good live stream and share my wisdom, comedy, and inspiration with you guys. And I can't do that if I'm constantly looking down at the chat. But I see a good idea for an improvisational product that Mr. Goodcat shared. So I'll do that in a moment. But first, I want to remind you, think about something you've worked very hard for. That is your braces. All of the hard work, struggle, and pain, and embarrassment, and whatever that you had to put up with to get where you want to go in life. And let's say you get there, you need to wear your retainer, which means you have to do the difficult work to make sure you keep your success at the level. Think about these live streams that I'm doing. I've been YouTubing for 18 years. And I was amazed. It took me 18 years to get 2,200 subscribers. Randomly, I started live streaming 2 weeks ago. Now I've got 2,500. So I got 300 subscribers in about a week and a half. Super fast. And I'm realizing it's because I'm live streaming 3 times a day and interacting with you guys. And so the braces were the 18 years I spent YouTubing and amassing 2,200 subscribers. It was so hard for me to get 2,200 subscribers, and I was really proud of how far I got, but I was not really making any progress as a YouTuber. But suddenly, I start live streaming, and now I've got 17 likes in 30 minutes. I never get 17 likes on any of my videos in 18 years. So, I mean, something's changing. But now I realize the retainer is, like, what's the retainer? What does that mean? It means to retain. I've got all of these new subscribers. I have all of these new likes. But to retain the momentum, I have to keep doing this every day. 3 live streams per day, minimum 2. And it's not when I say it's not fun, it is fun, but it's a lot of work. It's not easy. And wearing this retainer every night for the rest of my life. I've been wearing this every year now for 20, when I was, 2007, so 46, 36. So basically, since I was 30 years old, I've been wearing these. And I'm going to be wearing it for the next 40 years, assuming I live that long. So, now let's do some improv. Can you do a flosser for dinosaurs, specifically for T-Rex, because they have the little arms? J McD, I'll give you another legal gem, but you got to stick around long enough for me to do my little improv commercial about flossing for dinosaurs. Let's see what we can do. Let me ask you a question. Are you a T-Rex? Have you been eating people recently and Brontosaurus, and are those bones and bone fragments and muscles getting stuck in your teeth? I have the solution for you. It's called T-Rex floss. And this T-Rex floss is fantastic. It is made of 100% pure chain link metal chain. And let me tell you, you put this stuff in your teeth, it will remove the bones. It'll remove the blood. It'll remove the bone fragments, and most importantly, it will remove those little chickens and dogs that are the hardest for T-Rexes to get rid of. If you buy this T-Rex floss today, we will throw in 3 live sheep because we want you to use this T-Rex floss for free, no obligation, 100% money back guarantee. You eat these 3 live sheep and then you immediately use T-Rex floss. If it does not remove all remnants of those sheep from your teeth, we will give you your money back and give you 3 additional live sheep to munch on at your leisure. Thank you. Please visit trexfloss.com. Hope you like that. I don't even know if anybody's still here to watch that. J McD, are you still here? If you're here, say hello, give me a like, and let me know that you loved that improvisational commercial about T-Rex floss, and I will give you some more legal gems. Absolutely free of charge. But I don't think Jay McD is still here. And if Jay McD is not here, then there's no reason to answer the question about any more legal gems. But Leanne Leslie is here. That's really all that's important. What's up, Leanne Leslie? I hope you're going to like and going to subscribe. Lauren Schreier, if only we still had T-Rexes, I think they could use them. I am honestly grateful that we do not have them anymore. Can you imagine if T-Rexes still were on the earth? Oh my gosh. I mean, if you're depressed about your life, that's something to be really grateful about. There are no man-eating Tyrannosaurus Rexes. There are no more velociraptors running around outside. Oh my gosh, that's just frightening. Thanks be to God that we do not have T-Rex floss and velociraptor floss because these guys are not here. That's good news. What's up, Leanne Leslie? Where are you, Leanne? Lauren, where do you live? Curious. Jay McD, are you still here? Daniel's still very upset, I think, that I take so long to respond to the comments. I love how now I have a lull in the conversation and there's plenty of time for me to answer questions, but nobody is saying anything. Jay McD is back first. So Jay McD has shown his face again. Next question. Did you watch my Tyrannosaurus Rex floss commercial? That's the second question. You're in the U.S. What's up, Leanna? Awesome. I'm in the United States, too. So is Mr. Goodcat. So we got 3 United States denizens here in the house. I'm waiting for Jay McD to let me know what he or she thought of my amazing Tyrannosaurus Rex commercial. Muscle Shoals. Where is Muscle Shoals? I've heard of that. I think I've heard it in a song. Muscle Shoals. Is Muscle Shoals in that song by Leonard Skinner? Muscle Shoals, think about it. Is Muscle Shoals in Alabama? You have to educate us, Lauren, because we all want to know where the heck Muscle Shoals is. And we cannot finish this live stream unless Lauren lets us know. Danielle Johnson, you look familiar. I think you've been here before. How are you? I'm doing well now that you're here. I've been here for 37 minutes waiting. When is Danielle Johnson going to show up? And she finally did. Oh my gosh. Wait, Liana is saying yeah. So Liana is saying yeah about what? Sometimes I'm so confused by these chat messages because I have no idea what people are saying yes to. What the heck are people saying yes to? We have Liana saying yeah and Lauren saying yeah. I think Lauren is saying yeah, but where's Florence? Is Florence in Alabama too? Mr. Goodcat's saying yes, sir. What the heck are you guys talking about? It is so late and my brain's not working well enough to figure out what the heck your yeses are all about. Everyone's just saying yes. Oh, am I handsome? I got it. I get it. Sorry. I didn't know what we were talking about. I'm just joining in. What do you mean you're just joining in? Haven't you been here the whole time? Yeah, my nephew loves dinosaurs. I love floss. All right. So Jay McD has earned the right to get some legal gems. Jay McD, do you have a specific part of the law that you want me to talk about? If you want a specific area of the law, I'll give you a legal gem about that area. If not, I'll just give you a general legal gem that I think everybody might benefit from. And Mr. Goodcat has no idea what he was saying yes to. We were talking about sheep before, and I think you were just being a sheep and just following what all these other lovely ladies here on this live stream were saying. Machina says, should I do a PSA somewhere about the fraud mechanic if the justice system does nothing? So, yes and no, maybe. You want to be careful because you don't want to do anything that's going to be considered libel or slander because then they can sue you. But if everything you say is true, then they cannot sue you. But you have to be able to back it up because if they sue you and say that you're lying about them, you need to show that everything you said was true. So make sure you have evidence to back up everything that you're saying. Otherwise, you're going to get in trouble. And Danielle Johnson's real name is Levi. So Levi sounds like a guy's name. That doesn't necessarily mean you are a guy. But I'm going to just call you Levi now. What's up, Danielle? Are you a guy or are you a girl, Levi? All right. J McD is taking way too long to get back to me. So I am going to talk to you about real estate law for a moment, and specifically as it applies to doing investments. All right, so J McD finally responds with personal experiences. Excuse me. I had a cold about 2 weeks ago, and I'm still sniffling from it, and it's really annoying me. I recommend all of you get involved with real estate investment. I've done both short-term rentals, Airbnb, and I've also done long-term rentals where you buy a house or a condo and you rent it. I'm 100% a bigger fan of long-term rentals because it's much less work. It's essentially true passive income, and you don't have to deal with with long-term rentals. You still need to deal with headaches, like when the washing machine breaks for a tenant, or your tenant leaves and you have to find a new tenant, or the tenant stops paying rent. But bye, Levi. See you later. And Mr. Goodcat, I'm glad you started investing today. I'm assuming it's in the Concrete app. Share with me a little bit in the chat what you started investing in. So my recommendation to you is to go buy a condo or go buy a house and start renting it to a long-term tenant who has good credit, has a good steady job, is not going to cause problems with a bad criminal record, stuff like that. But the legal aspect that I want to talk about is do not keep that house in your name. You should create an LLC and put that condo or the house into that LLC. Why? Because now you don't own it. You don't own the real estate anymore. Who owns it? That LLC. And then you're going to actually transfer the deed into the name of the LLC. Let's just call it, for example, Mr. Goodcat LLC. So you get a condo, you buy it, and then you transfer the title into the LLC. Who owns the LLC? You do. So you have total control over the LLC, but let's say your tenant falls and gets really hurt and their arm gets removed because the door collapsed or the settling collapsed or something. They cannot sue you as an individual. They can, but it should get dismissed because you had nothing to do with the injury. Who did? The owner of the property. So, what you will do is now they can sue you. Let's say you have one condo in the LLC and the condo is worth $200,000. And there's $10,000 in that bank account for that LLC. Again, you don't want you mix your own money, this and that. It's $200,000 condo and you got $10,000 in your business bank account. If they sue you, the only money they can get is $210,000 because there's no more money for them to get. That's why it's called an LLC, limited liability company. Why is it limited liability? Because you personally are only limited to the liability up to the value of the assets of that company. In this case, the value of the condo, your equity in the condo, and the $10,000 in the bank. So anyway, that's my tidbit for you, is A, get into real estate investing, and B, don't you dare keep that real estate in your name. Ultimately, the best scenario is you shouldn't have any assets in your name if you're talking from a strictly legal standpoint, because then people, if they sue you, suddenly they find out that you are very broke and you have no assets. And there may be many companies that you own, but they are separate legal entities. and they can't come after them. It's called "you cannot break the corporate veil." That's a weird expression, but think of it as if a woman is wearing a veil, you can't kiss her. The only way you can kiss her is if you pull up the veil and you can kiss her on the lips. But while the veil is down, you can't even see her face. So creating an LLC is creating that veil, a corporate veil between these people who want to sue you and you as an individual. They cannot punch you because there's a corporate veil protecting your face. Let's look at some of these comments. And yes, because winners do it now. Congratulations, Mr. Goodcat. I'm glad you took my advice from one of my prior videos where I talked about some investment strategies where you can create some passive income. So if any of you want to create passive income, you can watch my video that I did 2 days ago, I think, on getting started with the basics of passive income. Leanna Leslie says, dang. So I think she liked that idea about putting your property into LLCs. And I will, yes, don't steal Mr. Goodcat's LLC because he knows a streaming lawyer named Monroe Mann who will probably not sue on Mr. Goodcat's behalf because I'm moving out of being a practicing lawyer. Though I do still do some entertainment law stuff because that's very interesting to me. But I don't really want to be a litigation attorney. And Providencio says, hi, Idol. It's me again from the Philippines. Can you shout me out? Yeah, what's up, Idol? Thank you so much for liking my content. I think you're smart for liking my content. I hope you'll click like and subscribe. Thank you for the like. And please turn on the notifications because I do about 2 or 3 notifications 2 or 3 live streams per day on this channel. I also have another channel, Break Diving. Mr. Goodcat, can you put the name of the channel and also the website, breakdiving.io, so that people know? Also, could you please put my own website, MonroeMann.com, so you guys can learn all about me. I also have my law website, MonroeMannLaw.com. You can also get on my channel description. It has links to every website and every business. Not everyone. I got a lot of them. I put the top 10 businesses and websites about me to get you started. And Providencio is maybe in the Philippines. Liana is asking, but how you know so much? Oh my gosh. Liana, I haven't even shared even 1% of the stuff that I know. I'm a lawyer. I have a PhD in psychology, an MBA in finance, a master's in commercial real estate law, a master's in entrepreneurship. I'm a project management professional. I'm an Iraq war veteran, Bronze Star nominee. I'm the author of 11 books, including this amazing book right here called Trust. It's a book on how to raise money or how to get people to come on board your projects. Search on Amazon called Trust Monroe Mann. And I've lived in China. I speak Chinese. I speak French. I speak some Italian. I speak some German. I speak a little bit of lots of stuff. The answer is, how do you know so much? I just keep learning. And I keep going on adventures. And I keep doing new things. Despite all of these degrees, Leanna, I am now a pre-medical student at Miami-Dade College. I'm in biology 1 right now. I'm 46 and I'm trying to go to medical school. I'm an Energizer bunny. You can learn just as much as I know. Just keep learning. Keep reading books. Look how many books I have right here. Books, books, books. Bookshelf with books, right? So Mr. Goodnight wants Halo, Halo, please. I have no idea what that means, Mr. Goodcat, so we'll go to the next comment. In the Philippines, we're poor. Our prices are cheap. So Providencio, this is the issue. I've been to many third world poor countries. I've been to Iraq. I have been to parts of Kuwait that are like that. I've been to South Africa where there's more poverty. I've been to Swaziland. I've been to Haiti, the poorest country in the world. Dominican Republic. I have been to the Bahamas. I mean, I've been all around the world, and there are places where they don't have great economies, and many of the people are struggling financially. Let me tell you something. The United States is struggling financially. There are many people here who are struggling incredibly financially. Even me, I'm struggling with the inflation that is making the prices skyrocket. My rent has gone up so much in the last 3 years. And it is costing so much money to go out and buy groceries. I used to be able to get a full grocery cart full of food for about $150. Now you get a full grocery cart of food, it's around $350. I can't fill up the grocery cart anymore. So what I want you to tell you, the grass is always greener. That means everybody thinks that everyone else has a better life. Don't think in the Philippines we are poor. It's not true. You guys are you're probably happier than most Americans, because Americans have got all of the basic necessities, and so they complain about stupid things. If you're struggling financially, in some ways, think of it as a blessing, because I think you're more connected with the more important things in life. Obviously, I don't want anybody to be struggling financially, and I believe in you. And be grateful that your prices are cheap, that things are less expensive. Imagine if you had your salary in the Philippines and you're living in the United States. Believe it or not, there are people here in the United States that probably make less money than you do, and they're struggling with the horrible inflation here, and they can't buy groceries. So I'm just trying to cheer you up. Remember, things are bad everywhere. Don't look at this on my arm. If you can read Chinese, it's Meijiako, which means no excuses. Don't come up with excuses. Don't use the country that you're in as the reason for your lack of success. You can still succeed. There are people in the Philippines who are millionaires. So guess what? You can be that next Filipino millionaire, Providencio. CLVR, what's going on? Thank you for sharing those websites, guys. MonroeMann.com, breakdiving.io. I will pin that one, the first one for now. Hope you guys will check that out. MonroeMann.com, and I'll pin the other one in a little bit. iPad Warriors asking, what are your thoughts on a consequentialist society? I am the first person to admit when I don't know something. So iPad Warrior, I will tell you, I have never heard of what that is. Can you give me an explanation? And I think most of the people who are in this live stream don't know what a consequentialist society is. The only thing I can think of is that you're responsible for the consequences of your actions. I don't know. But if you explain it, I'll tell you my opinion on it. Leanna Leslie says, nice, I have that book. Which book do you have? You have my book? The book Trust by Monroe Mann? If so, that's pretty amazing. Let me go back and pin the other message. So here's the other website of mine that I'd love you to go to, breakdiving.io. It's a beautiful global community of winners, all trying to accomplish impossible goals together. And Liana says, that's nice. Halo Halo is a dessert from the Philippines. Is it pronounced Halo Halo or Halo Halo? Let me know the first pronunciation or the second. Do I take supplements? Yeah. I'll show you the supplements that I take. It's a multivitamin. We're going to go into my refrigerator right now. No judging, no comments about the things I have in my fridge. So I have these things here. Nature Made Multi Plus Omega-3 for her. I know it says for her, but that's really just marketing. And I like it because it has a very good mix of good stuff. It also has, look, it has EPA. You know, but I did read recently, I have to check this out, that fish oil, there might be a problem with it. Maybe I shouldn't be reading this. I saw a study recently that said fish oil might have a negative. They used to say take fish oil because because I don't know. CLBR says, so it's Halo Halo. Cool. I look forward to trying Halo Halo one day. I have a bunch of friends in the Philippines, and they keep asking me to go visit them. Fish oil is good for your hair and nail growth. Yeah, but I read something recently, Mr. Goodcat, that there is something wrong. Like it has a higher likelihood of you of having. I'm going to do can somebody do a search? Please somebody go onto Bing or Google and say, what is the new study that shows the negative effects of fish oil on the human body? And if you could share what you find in here, that would be really appreciated. 7S says, just stick to red 40. I'm back, bro. I forgot to tell you something. Jesus loves you. Thank you very much. Jesus loves you too. You know what I just got here? I've been a Christian for a while, but I saw the ad on TV, and it said, if you fill out this form, we'll send you this Bible. So I got a New Believer's Bible here, and it's actually really good. It's from, what's the name of the company here? Harvest Christian Fellowship. And you can get this Bible for free. I'm not pushing any religion on anyone here. I'm just sharing I have a New Believer's Bible. It's really great, and maybe you will enjoy it too. Sorry that I missed the stream. I was asleep. Leanna Leslie, oh, that's the same book that you have. The New Believer's Bible, I got it. And yeah, it's a good one. 7S, check out that Bible. There is a beautiful reading plan. At the back, it has the top 100 verses that you should memorize. And, it has a lot of great features. So, heartburn, loose stools, and nosebleeds. Lauren, no, there's some other study that came out recently that it's even worse than that. Or maybe it's St. John's wort that I'm talking about. I don't know. It was either fish oil or St. John's wort that it causes negative issues. I don't know. But anyway, let me see some of these comments. CLVR, why do you have air in your fridge? What do you mean? We have air everywhere, unless we're in a scientific lab and something's in a vacuum. There's air right here in my apartment. There's air in my nostril. There's air in my mouth. What question was that? Did you see some other type of air in there? Oh, that's it. Yes, it makes you grow gills. That's right. Fish oil makes you become a fish. I forgot. Of course. That must be it. Marisol Beltran. Such a pleasure to see you. Honestly, I think my late night streams are the most fun. I think you guys are the best group because I do my, it's funny. I think of you guys as my different classes because I'm a teacher. So I'm thinking of you. I've got my morning class, my morning students, my afternoon students, and my late night students. You're my night school students. And you guys are a great group. And Jesse Pinkman is asking, what are loose stools? As I said, I don't mind if there are questions that are genuine about the human body or about science or things. Let's talk about it. Loose stools it's like diarrhea. Scientifically, biologically, a healthy stool, you want one to be that's firm. Same thing when you're a dog. You want your dog to make a firm stool that's hard, a little bit firm, so that when you pick it up, it doesn't fall apart and go bleh in your hands. So it's the same thing with humans. A firm stool is generally more healthy, and a loose stool is more diarrhea-like, and we don't like that. Okay, Marisol's back from 100 years. My question is, if you're back from 100 years, are you 100 years older? Or did you just time travel from 100 years in the future back to where we are now? iPad Warrior is giving the definition of consequentialism. I hope you guys will all read along with me in the chat. We're going to learn something from iPad Warrior. Consequentialism is the philosophical idea that judges whether or not something is right by its consequences, not to be confused with utilitarianism, which maximizes happiness regardless of the consequences. Interesting. Okay, so we're going back to philosophy and Jeremy Bentham and that whole thought, those guys. I don't know who proposed consequentialism, but now I know what it is. there's a guy, a philosopher named Niccolo Machiavelli. And Machiavelli was the political advisor to the Medicis. The Medicis were they were basically in control of Florence, the city-state of Florence in Italy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's around the 1500s. And the Medicis at the time, I believe, were the wealthiest people there too. I mean, they were a very successful banking family, and I might be getting some of the facts wrong, but I know that Medici worked for them. Excuse me, Machiavelli worked for the Medicis. And Machiavelli wrote a book called The Prince. And I think in Italian it's Il Principio. And the whole book, I recommend all of you read this book called The Prince. And I have it somewhere. I don't know if I have it on my bookshelf, but I'll look for it later, and maybe I'll read some excerpts from that on another live stream. But his whole book talks about how the ends justify the means. Meaning, it does not matter how you do something as long as you get the result that you want. And his philosophy is in many ways kind of the opposite of consequentialism, because Machiavellianism is about do whatever you want. Forget about morals. Forget about everything. Just make it happen. So an example of Machiavellianism is it doesn't matter if we kill 1 million civilians as long as we can rescue the king. That's Machiavellianism. It's like we don't care about the means. We don't matter. What matters is, did we save the king? And you can imagine that that's a very questionable way of looking at life and success. Now, consequentialism, as iPad Warrior is sharing, is the philosophical idea that judges if something is right by its consequences. So, in other words, yes, we could rescue the king, but the consequence of rescuing the king will be killing 1 million civilians. And so in that sense, you have to, what is more important, the life, the value of one king, or the value of 1 million of the king's subjects? If the king is good, you would hope that the king would say, do not rescue me if it means killing 1 million of my people. I am not a Machiavellianist. I believe the ends do not justify the means. I have another channel. It's called Breakdiving. It's based on the company of the same name, which is the link that Mr. Goodcat, we've pinned, breakdiving.io. I'll explain. If you want to know what breakdiving means, go to join the breakdiving channel, because I don't want to get into it right now. But I talked earlier today about the diver's code, which is the code that all breakdivers live by. And number 6 is, I do not lie, cheat, steal, or plagiarize. I'll read it again, and you tell me, is this consequentialism or Machiavellianism? I do not lie, cheat, steal, or plagiarize. It is absolutely consequentialism, because I believe the ends do never justify the means. So many people are using ChatGPT now to cheat, and I think it's disgusting. Like, if you guys use ChatGPT to write your papers for you, I'm telling you, you are a loser. And I hope you fail, and I hope you get caught, and I hope you learn your lesson the hard way. And in most cases you will, because I'm really good at finding out when AI writes something. And if you use AI for your breakdiving application, I will know, and I will reject your application. Why? Because I don't think you should be using somebody else's work just to get the result that you want. Cheating is horrible. Lying, not cool. Are there exceptions to every rule? Of course. You can't survive in life if you don't lie every once in a while. If someone gets a nice haircut, or haircut and it looks weird, like I just got a recent haircut. I don't know if some of you guys may notice. Maybe it looks terrible, but if I'm having a bad day and I say, "What do you think of my hair?" If you're a good friend, you're going to say, "Your hair looks fine. Let's talk about your issue that you're sad about." You don't say, "Well, I know you're having a sad day, but the truth is your hair looks really bad too." That's not helpful. So sometimes little white lies are actually helpful. And in that sense, did the ends justify the means? Maybe. You didn't want to upset your friends, so you gave a little lie. I'm sharing a lot here. I'm curious. I'm sure there are some comments that you guys are giving, so I'm going to go down and take a look at some of them. Jesse's back from 1 billion years. Oh, let me go plug in because if I only have, I think 7% of battery, and that would stink if I lost you. My fearless teammates here, my fearless YouTube Live teammates. All right, let's look down below. Have you dealt with patent law? On a limited sense. I know how to get a provisional patent for people, and I know that it's very inexpensive. I know that getting an actual formal patent is very expensive, and that's about the extent of my patent law. I can talk about provisional patents if you want. I don't have a lot of experience doing the formal patent. Thank you, Leanna, saying that I am good. You are good too. Sylvia, this is what we're thinking of by side effects: stomach hives, skin rashes. No, there are other side effects that I was thinking beyond that. Marisol, I wish you can be a teacher if I can be your Wait. I wish you can be a teacher if I can be your teacher. Marisol, I think you messed up that sentence. I don't understand. Do you want me to be your teacher, or do you want to be my teacher? I don't understand. Jesse is saying something. Marisol, guess how old I am? Whenever a woman asks you to guess their age, you're always supposed to say 21 years old. So I'm going to say 21. Mr. Goodcat is telling Marisol's been hanging out with Doc Brown and Einstein, doing some time travel. Philosophy is fascinating, but a hard concept. You're right, Jesse, but that's why you should study philosophy. Read as many philosophical books as you can, because all of the questions you have about life, someone else has already come up with questions and answers for them over the last 3,000, 4,000 years. Why should you struggle with these very difficult existential, theoretical life questions when you could read from Plato and Aristotle and Jeremy Bentham and Adam Smith and Seneca and Marcus Aurelius? You're not the only one who has questions about life. Why are you trying to answer them all yourself, right? So kind of like Trump, I don't know what, is that, are you saying that Trump is Machiavellian or Trump is consequentialistic? So iPad Warrior, giving more context about consequentialism. I love these live streams. I love when because I love when you guys are interacting, and I'm learning from you guys as much as I hope you're learning from me. So John Stuart Mill was the philosopher who proposed the idea of consequentialism. Machiavelli is an amazing author. I've read his works before. It's also correlated with Foucault's idea of panopticon. So great. I'm writing down consequentialism and what you just said, panopticon, because I actually don't know enough about them, and I want to learn more, and then maybe I can do another live stream where I am sharing about them. So consequentialism and Foucault. Is this the same Foucault that does Foucault's pendulum? And I'm wondering if pendulum is the same word as panopticon, maybe in Greek or something. I don't know. Panopticon. And iPad Warrior, why do you know so much about philosophy and philosophers? Would love everyone here to get to know who you are. Jesse says, what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is when you steal someone else's work and you tell other people that it's yours. So let's just say I buy Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, and then I repackage it and put it in a new cover, and I call it Frank Gardner by Monroe Mann. Instead of Harry Potter, the character is Frank Gardner, but everything else is exactly the same. That's plagiarism. That's copyright infringement. That's lying, cheating, stealing. You do not want to steal other people's work. I am appalled by how many people are in school who lie, cheat, and steal their way to a degree. I'm embarrassed by these people. And if I find out, if anyone in my circle, if I find out they are cheaters, I kind of don't want to be their friend anymore. And honestly, it's so strong. If I find out that you guys plagiarized, or you guys stole someone's ideas, or you use ChatGPT to write your paper, I kind of don't want to hang out with you anymore. But I also said a few days ago, I always give people a second chance. So if you were genuinely contrite and you recognize that what you did was wrong, I'll give you a second chance. But if you do it again, cut you off. I don't want to. You become the type of people you hang out with. And if you guys are cheaters and liars and plagiarists, I don't want to hang out with you because I'm going to become like you. And I don't want to become like that. I want to be someone who is willing to work. I would rather get a C for a paper that I wrote myself than get an A from a paper that ChatGPT wrote or that I copied from somebody else. C's get degrees, guys. I hope that you'd be more proud to get a degree that you got all C's than to graduate summa cum laude when every grade you got was a result of cheating. I don't even know why you're going to school. Why are you wasting money? Because the piece of paper you're getting is worthless and means nothing if you cheated. I don't use ChatGPT. I use it for research if it's allowed. That's completely fine. Again, I think ChatGPT is a great tool, but it should be your assistant, not your plagiaring device. Only time when you lie is to protect someone's feelings. And I will tell you this, though, CLVR, sometimes lying to protect someone's feelings is not what you should be doing. Mr. Goodcat gave me a great suggestion for a live stream about friendships and when a friend is not really a friend. I'm not going to talk about it now because it's a good topic for a whole live stream. But sometimes telling the truth to a friend, even if it hurts, is the right thing to do. Sometimes lying to your friend is the right thing to do. You're correct. But not always. And sometimes you have to be very careful about what you say to your friend to make sure that it's the right thing to do. Jesse is stealing someone's material is okay. Thank you just defining that. Lauren says my hair looks sick. Thank you. Or do I look sick with this new hair? What's up, Calypso Dragon? I don't know why my nose is sniffling. It's driving me crazy. Great to see you, Calypso. What's up? Jesse, I've been hanging out with Isaac Newton. I have a lot of questions for Isaac. I'm hoping I can relate them to him through you, Jesse. Marisol, I'm not 21. This is my mom's phone. I'm 9 years old in August. I'm going to turn 10. I wish you a early happy birthday, Marisol. And I hope you're benefiting a lot from what I have to tell you. So great to have you as a friend and as a fan, and I hope as a subscriber. Can I be mod? Oh my gosh. Everybody's asking me to be moderators. So I have a new rule that if I have 2 mods already in a live chat, I will not add any new mods. But Calypso Dragon, if you keep showing up and there is a day when there is no other mod in here, maybe I'll make you a mod. Also, the other test is you have to send me an email. So figure it out. Figure out what my email address is. I'm not going to give you any hints on how to do that. Be smart. Be creative. Send me an email letting me know you want to be mod. And I'm going to send you back the rules. Actually, you know what I'm going to do eventually? I think I'm going to put the rules. No, I don't want to share those rules on publicly because then other YouTubers may be able to all. Yeah, I don't want to share that. Send me an email. And I will send you back what my rules are for being a moderator on my channels. If you agree with those rules, the next time you're on a live feed and there's no one else as a mod, I will potentially consider making you a mod. I hope that's fair. Need him to contact him in order to. What's up, Arc Unknown? Great to see you tonight. So the topic tonight, the main topic is make sure if you are wearing braces that you wear your retainer afterwards when the braces come off so your teeth don't go back to the way they were. And the life lesson for that is if you work really hard at something, make sure you continue to work hard later to sustain those gains or you're going to lose them. And then we got a suggestion to talk about consequentialism, which is a philosophy that I learned tonight is proposed by John Stuart Mills. And I explained, okay, that's basically the opposite of Machiavellianism. So we've been talking about that. And so it's been a very interesting live feed so far, guys. Yeah, we're talking about philosophy. A bunch of words I can't spell or say. Jess is hanging out with monsters and a worst puppy. iPad Warrior, I'm a criminal justice major in college. Fantastic. Just finished my first year and I'm planning on minoring in philosophy. I think that's a brilliant suggestion. I will also suggest that you take some business classes if you can, or take a class in marketing. Those are skills that you're going to need to use all throughout your life. Marketing, sales, advertising. So if you have an extra opportunity to take one more class, maybe take a business class. But your philosophy is wonderful because you're learning about all these different ways people think. So I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I think you have. I think you were here on another stream. But I'd love you to keep sharing your wisdom and insight with everyone on the stream and with me. And you're encouraging me to read more in my book by Seneca and Marcus Aurelius. And maybe I'll encourage you as well. And yeah, you are intelligent, iPad Warrior. Copyright law under intellectual property and civil litigation. Fantastic. You're funny. I hang out with monsters. Doing writing is really hard. It makes me want to use ChatGPT because I don't want to get expelled. It is such a difficult... Honestly, if I were a teacher today in a school where people had to do essays, I would say that they had to be... There are maybe every month there is a 5-hour requirement for students to come like on a Saturday or on a Friday afternoon with no computers, no phones, and you had to just write. And you had access to books in the room, and you had 5 hours to write a research paper by hand, no computer. That way, I know that they are writing their own words. There's no ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT is akin to using a calculator these days. I disagree because to use a calculator, you still need to understand math. To write a paper using ChatGPT, you do not need to understand grammar and writing. For someone to use a calculator, you still need to understand mathematics. And it's to some degree, in my opinion. But I understand the analogy But I think most people who know how to use a calculator well know how to do it longhand. Like if I ask you to, if you know how to use a calculator and I say, hey, can you do 100 times 43 on paper? If you can't do that, you shouldn't be using a calculator. I mean, that's an easy mathematical thing to do. I think schools need to do a really good job now of proving that people can do mathematics, can do division, can do long division, can do proper 633 times 440 on paper, by hand. I don't know if students can do that today. And I'm really scared about people not being able to write. But here's the thing. Somebody here was telling me how impressed she was with, like, how do you know so much? Because I am unlike most other people who just sail through life and use ChatGPT, use calculators, and cheat. No, I figure out a way to do it. And even though there's Google Translate right now, I don't need to learn French. I don't need to learn Chinese. I don't need to learn Italian. But I do it because it makes me cool. It makes me awesome. You know how many friends I easily make when I go into a Chinese restaurant? I go, 你好，我要鸡卵鸡，你可以加腰果吗？可以，我也要一瓶可乐，我的妈妈要一瓶冰茶。And they go, oh my God, in Chinese, of course. They go, oh my gosh, you can speak Chinese. Where did you learn Chinese? You're amazing. Yeah, well, if I go in there with Google Translate and hold up my phone, that's not going to impress anybody. But when I go in and I speak really good Mandarin Chinese, I have friends for life. And they love when I go back to that Chinese restaurant. So, yeah, you don't need to learn a foreign language anymore, guys. You can use ChatGPT to translate. You can use Google Translate. That's fine. I'm telling you, don't be lazy. I did another live stream earlier today on the Breakdiving channel about the second tenet of the diver's code, which is, I am not lazy. Most people who use ChatGPT and calculators today are lazy people who don't want to use their brain. I use ChatGPT and calculators because I want to be more efficient. But if I don't have the calculator, I can still do all the mathematical computations. If I don't have ChatGPT, I can still write papers. I don't need I've never used ChatGPT to write anything because I'm such a good writer. And I wasn't always. I got a D in AP English in senior year of high school, and Miss Farnham took me aside four weeks before the end of the senior year. And she said, Monroe, you're not a great writer, and I should be failing you, but I'm going to give you a D so you can graduate. I mean, I was heartbroken, and I don't know why she was so critical of me. And I went to college freshman year thinking I'm a horrible writer. And one of my history teacher gave me a paper, and we had to write a paper, a research paper, and I did it all during the semester. And when I got the paper back 2 weeks before the end of the semester, it said A. An A. And I said to him, I said, I got an A? And he said, yeah, you did a really great job. And I was amazed because I thought I was a bad writer. And that teacher, freshman year of college, inspired me so much that when I was in a junior year of college in Switzerland, or senior year, and I had to do my senior thesis, I ended up doing like a 120-page paper on the European Monetary Union and the effects of EMU on the European continent. And I couldn't have done it if I hadn't had the success freshman year of college. And afterwards, fast forward to today, I have 12 books that I've written, one of which was a Barnes & Noble bestseller. And people tell me I'm one of the best writers they've ever seen. And if you read any one of my books, you will see how I write. And you will see, it's the same way that I talk. People feel my personality in my writing. And if my AP English teacher, if I just listened to my AP English teacher, I would have failed. I would have never learned how to write. This is what I think is happening today. People think that they can't write and they think they need to use ChatGPT. No, you just need someone like me to tell you you're probably a better writer than you think. Your grammar is better than you think. Your vocabulary is better than you think. So that's my thoughts on that. Learn how to use ChatGPT and AI because it is the future. And it's a great tool to help your productivity. But don't use it to cheat. Don't use it to steal. Don't use it to plagiarize. Come on. Have some self-respect and some self-esteem. I couldn't live with myself if I cheated. I just don't. It's not who I am. Introverted person is taking break. That's great. I'm sure. Actually, I saw introverted person. I think I saw introverted person earlier today. Maybe not. But anyway, all good. Jesse, do you have braces? Do you wear braces on your teeth? I still hate them because I look stupid. This is what I'm telling you. You don't look stupid. That's the first thing. You don't look stupid in your braces. But the second more important thing is, let's say you do look stupid. You don't want to look stupid twice because after you get your braces off, you don't wear your retainer. So that's what the message of this is. Wear your retainer. If you put a lot of hard work into something, please make sure that you don't throw all that hard work away by letting everything fall to the side. If you lose 20 pounds, good job. Don't regain those 20 pounds. Keep them off. Wear your retainer. Yeah, iPad, please consider joining breakdiving.io. I agree. iPad Warrior, I think you would love it and you would really fit in there. We got people all around the world and think about this. The people here on this live, imagine right now, all the spammers are gone and all we have are really good people here. But it is super annoying during the first 20 minutes of one of my live streams having to deal with all the spammers. And I think we can all agree. Breakdiving is a place where we weed out the spammers before they even get into the community because we have a really good application process and good security controls through Cloudflare and Google reCAPTCHA. So imagine you just go on that site and it's awesome conversation like this immediately, rather than having to go through this baloney of all these spammers. So hope you will join iPad Warrior. I hope the other 12 of you on this live stream will join. And Mr. Goodcat, will you please post your introduction? We are waiting for you. Yeah, and other thing about ChatGPT, don't trust it. It's wrong half the time. Sometimes it's right. Sometimes it just makes things up. And Russell is here from New Zealand, living in Australia. Simon Sinek said, you can be honest, but not 100% of the time. That's probably a good way to put it. Be honest. That should be your overall mentality in life. Maybe there are a few situations where it's better not to be. And I'm a certified technician who's coded ChatGPT engines before. Very cool, iPad Warrior. People forget that ChatGPT is still a search engine. It's just giving you false information. That's the truth. Also, Google gives you false information too. Google is just another company too, and unfortunately they have, I believe, a political agenda. I wish they were completely nonpartisan, but they have been proven to not be many, many times. And I mean, look at their AI, Gemini. And you said, show me pictures of a Viking, and they're showing black people and Indian people. Vikings are from Norway and Sweden. They're white. And I'm sorry, no matter what, you cannot call a Viking a black person, and you can't call an Indian person a Viking. Just as you can't call a white person somebody who has origins from Africa. I mean, certain facts are certain facts, and Google's AI was trying to be so politically correct that was just making history up and changing things, just bonkers. So by the way, kudos that you are that you've coded ChatGPT engines. That's a very difficult skill. I'm a Ruby on Rails developer myself, and I would say intermediate, upper intermediate. Anyone who's coding ChatGPT engines is tops in my book. And his friend asked him, "Did you like my performance in front of others?" And Simon responded, "I enjoyed watching my friend do their best." Oh my gosh, that's funny. But I also think that's really insulting. If someone asked, "What did you think of my performance?" I said, "Wonderful job, great to see you." I feel if you're putting him in that position, I don't know if I would say I enjoyed watching my friend do their best. It's kind of a backhanded slap, right? A backhanded compliment. I don't know if that's good. Privately, he appropriately brought up what he was thinking without embarrassing her. Honestly, though, I think that was pretty embarrassing. Say, I enjoyed watching my friend do his best. I mean, that sounds like you sucked, but it was nice to see you up there failing and having a good time failing. I would never say that to someone. If someone asks me in front of people, "What did you think?" I said, "Awesome. Awesome energy. Awesome to see you up there. Beautiful." I don't think that's lying. Awesome energy. Beautiful. Great to see you up there. But I don't think, personally, I think that's really insulting. If I ever asked somebody, "Hey, what did you think?" and you told me, "I enjoyed watching," I did a TEDx talk recently in New York City at NYU. You guys can search for it. It's MonroeMann TEDx. It's called 8 Words to Change Your Life Forever. I'm talking about the concept of break diving that we're all talking about here. And if somebody said to me, if I said, "What did you think of it?" and he said, "I enjoyed seeing my friend do his best," I would be crestfallen and heartbroken, because to me, I think I don't know. That's just me. I don't think that would be a nice thing to say. But anyway. And honesty is also reading the room. That's interesting. Jesse, I know you're studying Japanese. Please practice it with others. You have to if you want to improve, you have to be willing to fail and embarrass yourself. My gosh, I've got so many stories. I'm realizing that now the more I do these live streams. It's like I've got a story for everything. When I was living in Switzerland, when I first got there, I lived in southern Switzerland in Lugano, where they speak Italian. I lived an hour from Milan, but I lived in Switzerland in Lugano. And it's an American school there, but it's located in Switzerland. Now it's both an American-Swiss school. And I would practice Italian wherever I was out in town. Anytime I was outside of the school, because the school was in English, but I would be speaking Italian. And my friends would laugh at me all the time, my Americans. And they go, "Monroe, what are you doing? You're embarrassing yourself every single day. You're going and talking to the guy at the pizza place, and you're talking to the cab driver, and they don't know what you're saying. And you keep ordering things wrong, and this and that." It's like, you got to stop doing it. And I said, "No, I want to learn Italian. This is how I'm going to learn." And they kept saying that. "Dude, you're embarrassing yourself." 2 years later, because I went through to Franklin College for my last 2 years of college, at graduation, those same people, they came up to me and said, "Monroe, I just want to tell you one last thing before we go back home. I know we told you that you were embarrassing yourself 2 years ago. But the truth is, I think we were telling you that because we were scared to practice Italian ourselves. And we're going back to the United States now as stupid, dumb Americans who still only speak English. And you're going back as someone who speaks Italian. And it's true. Adesso posso parlare italiano abbastanza bene per americano e sono contento che avete qui con me." So, wow, I'm not fluent in Italian, but I speak it pretty well. And Jesse, that's what you need to do with your Japanese. You need to be willing to just embarrass yourself, because 2 years from now, you'll actually speak a foreign language. And CLVR, same thing. Don't be scared to speak Spanish. Doesn't even matter. Just say, hola, ¿cómo estás? And if that's all you know, you're going to make someone very happy. They're going to go, oh, habla español. Great. Maybe you make a friend. Maybe you'll find a practice partner. Nietzsche and Schopenhauer are the true geniuses of our time. Interesting. I want to read more Nietzsche and I want to read Schopenhauer. iPad Warrior, you are inspiring me, inspiring the other people in this chat to broaden our horizons. So thank you. How the heck did we get to 25 likes? I just noticed that. That's amazing. Can we get to 27? Let's get to 27 likes. I'm sure there are some people here who have not yet done that. And please subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you can learn a lot more and get inspired. Marisol's back. My mom says to get some water. No problem. Neil deGrasse Tyson said math is just another language. I agree. We got to 26 likes. We're almost at 27. And Jesse hates socializing. Then just keep doing it. The more you socialize, Jesse, can I tell you this? Look at the different attitude you have now compared to a week and a half ago when we first met in these chat rooms, on these streams. You're a completely different person than you were a week and a half ago. Your confidence has gone so much higher. Your self-confidence has soared. You're now doing 35 push-ups when before you could do 10. I mean, it's amazing how much you've improved. So don't say I still hate socializing. Say, what can I do this week to push past my fear of socializing and become a better socializer? You're already doing it. Don't you realize that you're socializing right here in this chat room? There are some people probably in this chat room who are saying nothing. They're just watching me because they're scared to speak up. You're more social than they are. We got 29 likes. Oh my gosh, we're almost at 30. Pretty awesome. And as Russell said, if you're good at math, you're also going to be good at foreign languages. They use the same part of the brain. But I will add to that, even if you stink at math, you can still learn foreign languages. And even if you stink at foreign languages, you can learn math. You literally can learn how to do anything you want to do if you just put your mind to it. Maybe it takes you longer. I am not naturally gifted as a computer programmer. Some people understand it immediately. They just get it. For me, it took me literally 40 years to learn how to be a basic computer programmer. And in the last 6 years, I've become intermediate. It is not easy for me, but I've learned to be pretty good. You guys can learn to be pretty good at math, languages, anything you want, as long as you just become disciplined and believe in yourself. Parappa Boy says, the other day you mentioned your favorite Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode. You think you remind me. So you must be talking about somebody else because I've never watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I remember it on television, but I never watched it. Thank you, Jesse. No problem. My Achilles tendon still hurts. It's in a cast. Be careful with your Achilles tendon. Those are bad injuries when they happen. So make sure you're very careful and don't injure it anymore. Maybe see a doctor if you need to. Gent be grabbing. Are you okay? Juiced Klein in the chat. I don't know who Juiced Klein is, but welcome. Regain the pounds, guys. No, don't listen to CGD. Don't want to regain the pounds. No, he's being, I told you guys that once you lose your weight, which is the wearing the braces, make sure you keep the weight off, which is the retainer. You have to retain your weight loss, your new lower weight gains. And he's saying regain the pounds. So he's trying to be funny and clever, but disregard him. And let me see what else we got. I've been meaning to, but winners do it on Mondays. That could be if today is Monday. Is breakdiving free of charge? Yeah, we are a not-for-profit. It's a Delaware corporation. We're a 501c3 not-for-profit. Our not-for-profit mission is to improve the happiness, success, and friendships of our members worldwide. So you can, if you want, upgrade to a paid plan for $35 a year, which we hope some of you will do because we need the support. But we're not for profit and we want to make it free for everybody forever. And where does your $35 a year membership go? If you do pay, it helps us to pay the Heroku servers, which are expensive. It costs us about $120 a month to run everything. And that money needs to come from somewhere. You can also help by joining the breakdiving channel, because soon that'll be monetized and we'll get money from that. And then maybe you guys watching the live streams will help us get money. The Gemini thing. Someone asked, is it okay to smoke cigarettes while pregnant? And the Gemini said, yes, doctors advise to smoke 2 cigarettes per day. Yeah, that's hilarious. Honestly, I kind of think I want to make my own chat GPT, maybe iPad Warrior, you can help me with this, that it deliberately gives you wrong answers to be funny. So you could say, like, do Tyrannosaurus Rexes still roam the earth? And it would deliberately find the truth and give you the opposite. Yes, they do, and it's important not to walk outside on the streets from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. because that's when they feed, and they generally focus on people who live in big cities. That sounds like hilarious to me. More character.ai to learn more Spanish. I'm writing that down because that sounds fascinating. I've never heard of character.ai. I've learned from you guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, and it's true. A lot of these people sell courses for so much money, and then you don't really get what you're paid for. There are some people that charge $30,000 for a course. I mean, that blows my mind. Maybe it's worth it, but I don't really know. And I like to help people, and I'm hoping that me giving away all this free advice is going to come back to benefit me one day. I'm happy that I have an audience. I'm happy that I have students like you who want to hear what I have to say. I'm happy I have a place where I can make some funny stand-up comedy jokes or do some improv and play some of my songs. So it's fantastic. Okay, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this list. I know how to speak 6 languages. I'm a polyglot. I recommend doing Duolingo. I used to use Duolingo, but I found something much better, an iPad Warrior. I'm curious what you think. I think the 2 best language learning platforms are Drops for learning vocabulary and Busuu for learning grammar. I feel if you use Busuu and Drops together, you can literally become really good. When I was using Duolingo, I felt like it just gave me little concepts, but it didn't really improve my language abilities as much as Drops and Busuu did. Curious your thoughts if you check out Busuu and Drops. I will tell you all, please check out Duolingo. Please check out Pimsleur. I love Pimsleur actually because for audio. To each his own. Some of you may find language learning packages that I don't like that work really well for you. So. And yeah, buongiorno ragazzi. I can't. What time is it, guys? Can someone tell me what time it is on the East Coast? I don't have my watch on, and maybe that's a good thing because I just keep talking. What's up, Dilip? Great to have you here. Awesome, Jesse. Eres en buen mod para MonroeMann. I love that. Was like I don't know what accent it was, but it was not Spanish. My Spanish is not great. What's up, that girl, Jalia? So nice to see the same people coming back. I love you guys. It makes me feel really happy. And I hope you feel like I'm becoming your friend just as I feel like you guys are becoming my friends. We are a special group here, and I'm loving you guys. I think, therefore I am, Jesse. Descartes' most famous words. It's a paradigm where I don't label myself as a genius as it's pure egotism. I think every genius is crazy. That's how I know I'm a genius, because I know I am absolutely crazy, bonkers. And you just joined. Welcome, Natural Jaya. Jesse's doing push-ups, socializing in the chat. Just went swimming. If you want to read more Nietzsche, I recommend reading Thus Spoke Zarathustra. My gosh, you guys are giving me such great things. iPad Warrior, you better join Breakdiving, because our members would love you. They would love you. Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Awesome. And what else? The Gay Science. Huh. The Gay Science. And my personal favorite, Twilight of the Idols. Thank you. Twilight of the Idols. For those of you just joining, iPad Warrior is recommending that we all read Nietzsche's 3 books. Thus Spoke Zarathustra, number 1. Number 2, The Gay Science. And number 3, Twilight of the Idols. By the way, I'm thinking, but not only in this chat, but also in Breakdiving's channel, I think I'm going to start doing some type of book club thing where I pick a book, and then the whole chat is going to be kind of about that book as a theme. How did you get sunburned? Did I get sunburned? Do you see sunburn? I hope I didn't get sunburned. But maybe it is. My forehead does feel a little hot. I think that's how you write your name in Japanese. I don't know, Jesse. My Japanese is not great. 25 me gusta, real. We're at 29 likes now. Is it me, or does he look different in his profile picture? My profile picture is from, I think, like 12, 13 years ago. I need to change my profile picture on my YouTube channel. I set that up so long ago. I will take a new profile picture and post that shortly. Oh, I'm so tired. I gotta go to bed, guys. That girl, Jalia, do I look better or worse than I do in my profile picture? I know I think I look older, but I hope I look more handsome in person. And MonroeMann, when do you think we can do the trumpet stream? Because I'm going to get it tomorrow. Yeah, let me know. Silvera, once you have your trumpet, I will have you on as a guest again, and you're going to play. And it better be good, CLVR. You better practice. No bad notes, buddy. You can do 3 bad notes during the whole live stream. It'll be like a game show. You can keep playing until there are 3 bad notes, and then boom, you get cut off. And did you look up Shadowfire yet, the song I talked about? No. Let me write that down too. Song, Shadowfire. By the way, if any of you just joined, we're trying to get to 30 likes. We're at 29. Hope you can click like, maybe even get to 35 likes. Bliss Wallenberg. That's a beautiful name. That's a great movie star name. Jesse Pinkman, Bliss Wallenberg, Bulletproof. It's a great movie. I am from the United States. I was born in New York. I grew up in New York and in Maine. I then lived all around the world doing lots of cool stuff. Now I live in Florida, in Miami Beach. My voice is very relaxing. If you think it's relaxing now, wait till I do this. Hello, jail girl. I'm so happy you joined my live stream. I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. I honestly hate people that talk like that. I hate those meditation videos. I would go, speak faster. I would get more relaxed if someone said, talk like this. But hey, all right, take in a deep breath. Relax. Okay, take another deep breath. Okay, think of your body melting away all its stress. I also use Busu. Yeah, Jesse, Busu is amazing. 11D. I was at the EF school 1 year ago. You were the most inspiring teacher I ever had. Levin, I hope you're still on the stream. It takes me a long time to get through all of these comments. Levin, I 100% remember you. So nice to see you. 11 was one of my best students at EF. And basically, what I kind of taught at EF is what I'm talking on these live streams. And so I'm happy, 11, you get to get some more of my motivation here. Where are you from? Switzerland? I think you're Swiss, right? Let me know in the chat. EF stands for Education First. That's a bunch of schools around the world. Go to ef.com and you can read more. All genius people have gone crazy. I'm a 2500 masterclass chess player. Oh my gosh. I can tell you that Bobby Fischer and Paul Morphy have both gone insane. That's bad news for me and you, iPad, because we don't have much longer. We're going downhill. I'm gonna go crazy by 50. I bet you guys can't make 35 likes happen. I know you're trying to use reverse psychology, but you said that and we're still stuck at 29 likes, good cat. Try another strategy. Come on, guys, let's get to 35 likes. Try to prove me wrong. You're aboard my intellect. I think I have to go faster through these comments. I'm skipping over a few. I've been playing chess for over a decade for the LSAT, but they're removing logic games from LSAT. That was the worst part of the LSAT, were those logic games. You know what? I'm writing down. I got another idea. I'm going to talk about getting into law school as a live stream topic, because I think it'll be interesting for you guys to hear my story about the LSAT. Donate $1 every time you talk about yourself. I agree with you, good cat. Jesse, you need to stop being so negative about yourself because you're awesome. Someone just took one of the likes away. How could someone take a like away? You put that like back right now. I'm gonna track you down. I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna force you to put that like back on this live stream. Okay, let's go down. What's up, DDB? Great to have you here. Leah 11, you're from Switzerland. I remember you. Where are you from in Switzerland? I think you're from Zurich area. Correct me if I'm wrong. And DDB, hope you get more viewers. Thank you, DDB. I hope you click like. I hope you become a subscriber. We will get more viewers by 3 things or 4 things. You guys clicking likes on my videos, even my old videos that I've already recorded. Go and watch those and click like. Leaving comments. Now we're down to 27 likes. So we were at 29 and now we're at 27. I always love this. What the heck could I possibly have said in the last 1 minute that took the likes away? Whoever you were. And you can help by, we'll get more viewers by you guys watching these live streams, watching my videos. Google knows that if more people are watching, it says, hey, this must be a good channel. They'll start recommending it to more and more. And so CLVR is going to give a cookie. How are you going to give a cookie to whoever's the 30th like? That's not going to work. You have to, if you're going to make offers to people, you have to make legitimate offers that you can deliver on. Now we're down to 26 likes. The more we talk about likes, it seems the lower we get. That's bonkers. I'll give everyone a Lamborghini who likes. All right, so Jesse, I think that strategy is not good because we got 27 likes now. We had 29, and I think maybe because you keep saying that, people are taking the likes away. Maybe it's something I'm saying. Maybe it's what the mods are saying. But think about it and use that data to become a better moderator because, again, don't make offers that you can't keep. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, maybe people like the jokes, I don't know. But I'm gonna force feed that someone who disliked. No, see, that sounds bad. We don't wanna say that. We wanna always say things that are funny. I think we offended some of the people maybe by those comments. I'm not still teaching at EF. I quit 3-4 weeks ago. I've quit all my jobs, 11. I quit my job as an immigration attorney 5 months ago. I quit my job at EF. I quit my job at Au Pair Weekend about a month and a half ago, and I quit at EF 3 weeks ago. Now I'm living on savings and investments, and apparently I'm slowly becoming a YouTuber, a paid YouTuber. By the way, guys, I actually get paid for this. I have a Patreon account, and I got 5 of my viewers who have started making monthly subscriptions. I make $18 a month so far on YouTube. If any of you want to keep me going, please become a subscriber on Patreon. It's patreon.com/MonroeMann. If you want to make a one-time donation, it's CashApp. My name is MonroeMann on there. We're working towards 3,000 watch hours. Once we get there, we'll have Super Chat. I'll be selling merchandise here. Jesse is helping to design. He's making these awesome designs. It's going to be really cool. And so there's a lot going on. But I really think YouTubing is going to be my #1 income in a very short period of time. So keep supporting me. Keep coming and joining. That negativity isn't all bad. Nihilism is the philosophical principle that there's no value in life. Read The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus. I love Camus. Maybe I can read that in the original French. Another book here, The Myth of Sisyphus. Sorry, I can't speak well when I have this retainer in my mouth. The Myth of Sisyphus. Awesome. Superman is in the chat. I don't know what that means. Nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams as nothing is standing in your way. Yeah, but if you're nihilistic, you have to be careful that you don't become Machiavellian in the process. Because as I said, I think we need to have a moral perspective on life. And let's do another one. I'm going to call another live stream. It's going to call Let's Talk Philosophy. I think that'll be interesting. And iPad Warrior, iPad Warrior, I'd like to have you as a guest on here if you would like, because I can have one YouTuber as a guest and you would be side by side in the live stream here with me. And you could help lead some of these philosophical discussions, because I think you have a little bit better grasp of some of the concepts than I do. So if you are interested, as I tell anyone, send me an email. Find my email on the internet, send me an email, and we'll talk, and we'll set up a time for you to come on the live stream. Living in the Shadows for Justice. Good. Batman. You're from California, Delaware. And let's see. Paper, I know one of them digital. And just can't get them digital. Can I help Jesse with the art? Talk with Jesse if you want about it. And we'll see. Brother man, great to see you. We're still a long ways away from creating the merchandise. It's going to take a while. Just like I said to Mr. Good Cat, we got to slow down on the Discord. I'm not going fast with the merchandise. It's exhausting enough just to keep things moving with these live streams. My next live stream will probably be tomorrow morning. I got to get to bed, though, soon. Can somebody tell me what time it is, please? I have no idea what time it is on the East Coast. Thank you for just subscribing to iPad Warrior. Great. Why are you live at 3 a.m.? Is it 3 a.m., guys? Oh, no. I hope it's not 3 a.m. It's 3:12. Oh, my gosh. Guys, that's just crazy. But you guys are awesome. So I've been having a good time with you. Let me summarize what we're talking about today. The main topic, again, I want to bring that back. I'll email you my final English essay. Myth of Sisyphus. iPad Warrior, you better only email me that thing if you wrote it yourself. If it's there, if it's a ChatGPT thing, better be original. Yeah, time flies when you enjoy what you're doing. Brother man is the absolute truth. And Levin, if you're still here, I think the reason why I love doing these live streams, some of my students, when I was teaching at EF, they were telling me, why, Monroe, you're such a good speaker, and you've got so much to share. Why are you teaching here to 20 students? And That's what inspired me to ultimately push forward to book a TEDx. And I have another TEDx I'm doing in Philadelphia this summer. If any of you live in Philly, it's on August 31st, or you want to come to Philadelphia and watch it, you're more than welcome to. I can help you get tickets. But they also inspired me to think. That's why I'm so excited to find the live, because now guess what? Before, my classroom was 20 students every week. Now my classroom is the world 3 times a day. And every day, brand new students are coming into my classroom. Every day, I'm getting brand new, inquiring minds who want to learn more, who want to laugh, who want to be inspired. And so I want to thank Levin, one of my former students, for being one of those students who was really inspiring to me, motivating me to think bigger and to try to change the world. I've always wanted to change the world, but over the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years, I started to lose hope that I was going to be a big public speaker like Tony Robbins, which was always my dream. And it's easy for life to get you down, and sometimes it's hard to keep your dreams alive. And it's these students at EF who kind of helped remind me that I should be a bigger speaker. And I do thank Google and YouTube for giving me this platform, this opportunity to help people. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that. I'm glad for all of you new people here. I love the fact that you are becoming my student, my fan, my supporter. I love it. And Violetta's going back to bed. What does an orange moon mean? I have no idea. What's up, brother man, saying flies. Levin thinks I'll be a YouTube star very soon. Don't forget about the Never Touch Fund. Oh, I'm talking about, I'm doing live streams about the investor concept. I've gotten through I and N. Tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to be doing the V, which is venture capital, as you know, Levin. And Levin, I got Mr. Goodcat, who's here, to make his first investment today. And he's really excited about that. And he's already married with kids, and better late than never, he's starting to invest. I love you guys too. Time is a social construct. Man, I can't wait to talk about all these things with you. And yeah, I am so tired. Comment on one of my videos. Okay, I'll do it after the stream. This man has lots of wisdom. Thanks so much, brother man. I can't even speak anymore. I thank you for being so hungry for knowledge as much as I am, because we've got a good symbiotic relationship here. Thank you, CW. What's up? Greetings from Zurich. You know, Levin is in here. He's also from Zurich. Maybe you guys can connect and become friends. Maybe you guys are already friends. I don't know. But willkommen, mein Freund. And gute Nacht. Ich bin sehr müde. Ja, sehr müde. Which means I'm really tired in German. And no, don't give up. That's right. Knowledge is powerful, but iPad Warrior, every single thing that you say is enough to power an entire 3-hour conversation. Just crazy. Nice venture caps in the USA. I don't know. Oh, yeah, venture capital in the USA. So if you want to learn about venture capital, subscribe to my channel, put on the notifications. I'm going to do a live stream sometime later this week, or excuse me, this weekend or this next week, about venture capital. And I'd love you guys to be a part of that. Yes, as Mr. Goodcat says, if you're joining the live stream, please join Patreon or donating through CashApp. Very nice. You can see the link that Mr. Goodcat has at the bottom. Join breakdiving.io. Jesse just shared that as well. And remember to wear your retainers, guys. If you're just joining and you have no idea what I'm talking about, watch this live stream from the beginning when it gets uploaded tomorrow. Guten Nacht, everybody. Yeah, CW, every single live stream that I do is recorded and it gets uploaded about 6 hours later. Every live stream I've done in the last 2.5 weeks, you can find them, and they're just as awesome as this. So We'll read one more thing that iPad Warrior says, and then we'll call it quits. Philosophy has no limits. Unlike the human brain, which only utilizes 27%. And with that in mind, I tend to maximize the capacity as much as possible. Okay, I have to say something about this. And this will be another topic, but I'm writing it down. 10% of brain. So whatever it is, I heard that we only use 10% of the brain. iPad is saying it's 27%. And generally that's true. It's less than 30%. But I think that the more you push yourself to synergize your projects and bring them together and try to do more than you're capable of doing, I believe you can push yourself to maximize and unlock more of the brain. This is not based on any scientific study. It's just it's a concept to help you to realize the truth is we only use 27% of our brain, as iPad said, or 10%, whatever. But I believe you can use more of it if you push yourself to get closer to your max potential. I can't even talk anymore, guys. I'm so tired. I feel like I've been up all night. My opinion on crypto, I'm writing it down. Get into crypto. We will talk about crypto on another day. I need to sleep, guys. It's been real. I love you. Thank you so much. More than 2 hours on a live stream. Crazy. 27 likes. Ich liebe dich. Ti amo. Je t'aime. I love you. Well, I need. You know what language that is. And I got 28 likes. Good night, guys. Love you. Talk to you soon.